Welcome to this screencast from the Learner Development Team at Manchester Metropolitan University, Shaping Scene Paper Responses. A traditional scene exam is one where the paper is released in advance of an exam date. Students can research, prepare and practice answers. The exam itself is then physically sat under exam conditions, limited or no notes, traditional exam timings 1 or 2 hours to write the answer to the questions. In the current situation, some students' exams have been replaced with assessments to be completed at home within a certain time frame. The time frame will vary depending on your unit, but it could be anything from 24 hours to a week. It is extremely important that any questions on timing, submission and release of tasks should be directed to the unit leader. While some elements may be more relaxed of this type of paper, for example, longer to complete the answer, able to refer to notes or plans, some of you may be unfamiliar with preparing for an exam where the emphasis is not on memorising large chunks of material or trying to preempt questions. With this in mind, this session will provide you with some tips on how to prepare as effectively as possible and how you can refine your responses. Scene exams. There are many positive aspects to this type of exam. Firstly, they reduce the stress of the unknown, the fear of revising the wrong thing. Secondly, there is time to prepare. Thirdly, there is time to enable engagement with the question. Also, you can practice producing high quality answers. Rather than memorising information word for word, this type of exam helps you to recall key aspects of a topic. In such an exam, it is likely you are expected to demonstrate a higher level of competency because you have been given more time to prepare. The expectation is that you will answer the question more fully. There is an increased expectation for you to ensure critical analysis and in-depth evaluation, and it's highly likely that you will be expected to reference sources as you would for an assignment, but you should check your faculty requirement. Using your transferable skills. This type of exam differs from coursework in that technically you still sit the paper at a fixed time rather than submit it, but there is a good chance you have some experience of this. So although this format may be unfamiliar to you and feels very different than the exam revision you were expecting to undertake, hopefully some aspects will feel familiar too. Preparing for this type of exam probably utilises skills you already have, such as from a work project, group work at university, a presentation, preparing and presenting a report, preparing coursework. You may have experience of planning and working to a deadline, managing a project, producing or presenting something with fixed requirements, length or word count. Now let us consider examiner expectations. There are similarities with coursework, and you should approach a pre-released exam in exactly the same way that you would approach the writing of a coursework essay. So examiners will therefore be expecting to see a paper that is well researched, well developed, comprehensive, applies critical analysis, and shows more than one side of the argument, and is thoroughly concluded and answers the questions directly. How should you approach your questions? First of all, analyse all questions. Briefly analyse all questions to determine which will allow you the opportunity to produce a high quality answer. Choose the questions which connect most to your existing knowledge. Research as you would for a written assignment, focusing on summarising sources, learning names and dates. Structure is important. Create a plan which includes an introduction. Draft out topic sentences. Ensure you have sources and main arguments and a conclusion. Revise your structure using a technique which suits your learning style that you can use in the exam. Practice writing under time conditions, starting with your structure and gradually removing this support. Preparing for the exam. What to learn? Short quotes, paraphrases, summaries of sources, source names and dates, outlines or plans, main claims and arguments, topic sentences. What not to learn? You do not have to worry about learning the exact wording of long quotes, whole paragraphs, or a whole essay. Recalling material. As you are undertaking this exam in very different circumstances, you may find that you don't need to focus on memory, recall, or cramming as much. However, learning some key details can help you be more efficient in your preparation and writing up time. One recall method is to use flashcards. Use flashcards with detailed bullet points, colour code different types of information to help you, and read them aloud. A second method is known as the memory palace. Place flashcard notes around your home in different rooms and read them aloud whenever you go past. Visualize yourself walking through the rooms and picture the images on the cards. Method 3, encoding. Read your notes and turn them into a different format which links to your learning style, such as a poster, a mind map, an audio file, a video, or a diagram. Thank you for watching this screencast.